What's up, guys? First gameplay video. Gonna be playing against a Florian. Gonna try and show you guys what I like to do against defensive decks. And I'm gonna just try and talk through my gameplay, my thought process, and see how it goes. Interesting. This person's on Rotwood Reaper. Not particularly the weapon of choice for Florian, so this might be a little interesting. Probably just block with sink below here. I'm gonna not sink because worst case, actually no, I probably will sink the fire and brimstone here, so that worst case if I have to set up a pitch deck, I'm able to do so. Normally I would play relentless, but since we have a firm and another attack react, we can pretty comfortably just play blistering into a firm. Normally I actually like to have the Null Rune helmet here, but it's actually kind of okay. I've been finding it pretty viable just to straight aggro into the Earth Heroes, so we'll see how this pays off for us. Draw into kind of a bad hand, I'm not gonna lie. We can bottom one of these provokes, and then honestly probably just save all of our equipment block, use sink below, try and find something that we might like a little bit more. Probably just gonna relentless to mark them, and since Sworn Vengeance we don't have like an attack reaction to buff it, probably just play that right into Blaze Headlong. Present a breakpoint. Nice, and he's just gonna let us have it. So this is basically exactly what we'd like to see here, not gonna lie. Does kind of suck. His Arcane Cussing comes through for basically free because we don't have the stuff to stop him. However, we're okay with just taking damage here. We have a really nice turn. We're gonna save the Oath of Loyalty for next turn, and we're gonna threaten the mark on hit here by pumping this up like really high. And I don't think that he has anything to really combat that. We're gonna use bracers to present another breakpoint of 4 here. We get online, we put Oath into our arsenal, and now the game kind of starts for real. Playing another Felling of the Crown. I don't love that, but it lets us just get rid of this pledge fealty, which is kind of useless otherwise. It's gonna let us block with our boots too, because especially with having the Oath in our arsenal, it's gonna be pretty nice to just be able to get the third chain link going, and if he overblocks, we can just break boots for free value. So luckily he's not actually getting online here. He only has enough to get up to 7, which is probably gonna hurt him a lot in the late game. What I'm thinking here is playing just blistering into Searing, because I want to be able to mark him at the end of our turn just in case I draw into a Savor Bloodshed or anything of the sorts. He does seem to be on a bit of an aggro list, which kind of sucks that we don't have the Null Rune now that we're online, but it happens. This is a really nice hand. I actually feel really comfortable going into this turn here. We're just gonna block with our arms just to try and stay out of range. I know he's not actually close to killing us, but we just don't want anything funny to happen. I'm kind of hoping he starts blocking with cards soon, but since he's not, I'm just going to keep playing stuff like Consent to punish that and try and force out maybe a block later. We just made a fealty, so we can play March early, try and get blocks out of him now. Make that chain link go up a little higher so we can use our dragon scalers if we have to. Probably going to play Perforate here. Nice. We get a Tooth of the Dragon, which is really good for evading his blocks. Debating on whether or not I want to Arsenal here. It might just be correct to not, because he might have a Plow under. He did already play one. But I think it's worth keeping the Tooth of the Dragon, just in case. It's really going to help us when he's sub 10 here. Okay, so we do get punished. He does have the Plow under. That's actually super unfortunate. But it's not, like, that big of a deal. I think we're just gonna... I think we're just gonna block with the armor. Choose to sink the savor, just because it's not inherently going to be doing much for us here. Other than push damage, where having another draconic card also does that for us. He's finally starting to block a little bit. I think I'm just gonna make him have the D-react here. And if he doesn't, he's gonna play the boots. So he's gonna give us the boots anyway. We're gonna mark him. We're gonna say swing 4. If he doesn't respect, it's gonna get go again, and we're gonna swing another 1. So he's probably just gonna block out. Interesting. So he doesn't block out, which lets us swing the extra dagger in for 3. Not the greatest hand. I think we are okay here with sheltering for these rune chants, just to really stop this damage from coming through. We have a significant lead here, and basically everything we do now is threatening to him. And so like he overblocks here. It's really nice because now we just get the pledge, continue our game plan. He's going to have to block with another card here. And honestly, I think we're okay with just arsenaling this Searing Gaze. Wow, this hand is really bad, admittedly. But it's like, okay, I guess. Because we can just block with Shelter. That was almost like pretty terrible for us, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to just draw the card here so that we can see what we're moving into. And now that we know that we're coming in for a huge amount of damage here, and that we have the boots, we're feeling pretty comfortable. Admittedly, we could have saved the Tooth of the Dragon here, but think just like boots into another swing. We force him to have a D-react, and he doesn't have it. Even if he had a 3-block D-react, we'd probably still win. And yeah, we just kind of burn him down. Our next turn is Perforate, Blistering Blade, Blaze Headlong, and Hunt's End. So if he is able to keep the card there, he swings into Rune Chance and 4. And so we'd probably just block with Perforate. And then swing 6, 10, 15 next turn. So I feel like we pretty comfortably had that game in the bag. And if, let's say he somehow survives the next turn after that, we still have just like a really strong hand of value. So there wasn't really much that he could do there.